lost. The next Guadalajara Movie Festival, which will happen in March, I'm sure that none of the pictures will be delivered in 35 millimeters. I think all the new films are made in digital format for production as well as for exhibition. What did you like about 35, or what do you like about 35 millimeter films?
I'm not traditional at all, so the technique is not important. The most important thing is what you want to tell. So you have the idea. So to start with a movie, you need a strong idea, and to me, it has to reach my heart, you know. And if I have the feeling that an idea is strong enough that I'm interested on that for 1 or 2 years, because it takes so long to create a movie, then I start. And it doesn't matter if it's digitally or 35 or whatever. Who cares? This was an awful screening, by the way. The film looks much better, but I hope the film reached your heart without a brilliant screening. Because I heard the best music when I was a teenager on a little radio in East Germany. So it was not stereo, and the sound was stupid, but I was like that. You know, it was Led Zeppelin and all these great bands, and it was wow. and we had these cassette players, you know, and the sound was terrible. But who cares? Who cares? And so for that reason, the technique is not the most important thing. So sometimes I shoot on 35, sometimes I shoot on digital. It depends. Improvisation with 35 millimeter is not possible. It's too expensive, because we had for that film 80 to 100 hours of material. So it's and no one can pay for that. It's a low budget production. And so for that reason, I chose. Of course, I bought the camera. It's my camera, so it's nothing really expensive. It's a semi-professional camera, but it's not important. And to reach the heart, you have to control your art, and the technique can help, and the technique can support, but it's not the most important thing. To me, the most important thing, for example, while shooting, are the actors, and of course we have to organize the framing then, but it's not, and it's not possible, and if you are working with 3 people on the set, to work with 35. So we choose a little digital camera. And for example, with the screenings, I'm not traditional at all. I won't miss these 35 millimeter screenings where everything is. You have all these scratches on the screening, and you are in the hand of the projectionist. Sometimes he wants to get earlier at home, and he leaves some minutes off in between the reels, you know. And sometimes the print is very old and totally destroyed. So. To me, it's nice if it works like we did that. So and if it is screened like that for the audience. And I think in France, for example, they don't screen anymore 35 millimeters. All the cinemas are digital right now. We had the opening of our movie some months ago. I was there. At this time they had for I think 40 prints, only 2 were still 35. That's it. And so it's gone. And in Germany, it's 50%. And I think in 5 years, no one will show 35 millimeter again. But maybe for some old prints, for archives and things like that. But it's not important. The most important thing is, what do you want to tell? And if it's screened in digital or 35, I do not know if you are interested in things like that. To me, it doesn't matter. If the film is nice and there's a storytelling where I can forget that I'm sitting in a theater, that's the most important thing. I don't want to think about technique when I see a movie. I don't want to think about what did the director. I don't want to think about the work they did behind the camera. I don't want to be reminded on that. I want to forget that. I want to be with these characters. I want to live with them. I want to laugh. I want to cry. I want to sit beside somebody who cries at the same moment as I do. That's cinema. That's great. It's not possible to have that at home. That's the miracle, you know. Sitting with other people together in a room like here, crying together, laughing together, sharing emotions together. And if you do that, you do not feel so lonesome anymore. Because there's somebody else close to you, and he shares the same emotions. How wonderful is that? Maybe he has same or similar experiences. And that is important, I think. That's a matter of the heart. And technique is helpful. Yeah, but that's it.